Hello lovelies, welcome to Narc Free Formula. My name's Freedom. Thank you for joining me today. In today's episode I want to talk about why the narcissist moves on to the new supply so quickly. For a lot of us, you know, the divorce papers aren't even dried, or the bed's not even gotten cold, and the narcissist has moved on to new supply. How can they do that so quickly? Well, let me tell you this. The reality is that the new supply is not so new. Unbeknownst to you, the narcissist has been keeping an eye on her and a wide range of other women, mind you, behind your back. You know, and the whole time telling you that he's an ever-loving man and he's a one-woman man and, you know, how he's loyal and your soulmate until death do you part and all the rest of it. But the reality is, with the narcissist, they always have a narc harem. And who's in the narc harem, you may ask? Well, there are a whole lot of women in the narc harem. They are the former, what I like to call potentials. So anyone that he's had a bit of a flirt with, he's started to feel them out a little bit, you know, to feel whether or not they're open to his energy, open to him, right? That woman will be in the narc harem. His Facebook friends, a lot of them, he will have felt out through conversations, you know, just a little bit of banter here and there. The ex-wives and the girlfriends, the ex-wives and ex-girlfriends, if the narcissist can get them in the narc harem, they will take pride of place in the narc harem, because not only are they good for future supply, they're also good for triangulating the current supply source. So whoever he's with, having an ex-wife in the background to triangulate that person with, will keep the new supply on their toes. It will cause, like I said, friction with the ex-wife. It's the perfect supply tool and triangulation tool. So, like I said, anyone that the narc has communicated with, spent any time with, I mean, it could even be people like his hairdresser, you know, or, I don't know, his massage therapist, or whoever he spends time in a semi-intimate environment with, you know, his doctor, who knows, it could be anyone. But the reality is there are a lot of women that he is keeping around him as backup. And so as you go through your situationship and you have your ups and downs and your highs and lows, every time you guys are having an argument, he's already got one foot out the back door, and he's already starting to groom and prime another narc harem member to take your place, just in the off chance that you guys break up, or just in the off chance that he gets bored and decides to make the jump. So the thing is also, you got to remember, is that narcissists are not your normal everyday average Joes. Narcissists are predators and they are manipulators, and for a lot of people will see a narcissist coming and walk the other way and not want anything to do with them, right? So, and narcissists know this. This is why they're continually testing out new supplies of fuel. So they're trying on these women. They're literally trying them on for size. You know, having, like I said, having a little bit of a flirt. You know, maybe you guys have a fight one night and he goes down to the local pub and, you know, dances and kisses with someone, and, you know, for whatever reason she goes home and doesn't take him home that night. But, you know, he's felt her out, essentially. He knows now the next time you guys have a fight, he can always go down to that pub and meet up with that woman and get some fuel from her. So these are the types of women who will be in the narc harem. Some of them are good women who are believing his lies. Some of them are just lonely women. Some of them are women who won't give him the time of day when he actually does try and make a move. But there's only one way for him to know, and that is for him to subtly try her on. And so often the new supply will be someone who's been in close contact with you. You might have had her right under your nose and not even realized. So for example, it could be his best mate's girlfriend. It could be a work colleague that he works with day in, day out. It could be the woman next door, you know, the neighbor who comes over and has dinners and helps out with the children. I mean, it could be your sister. It could be your best friend. I mean, these are all people that are in your inner circle and are also in his, what I call, narc spheres. You know, literally right under his nose. So he can work his magic, and that's inverted commas, magic. He can work his magic on these women. He can start putting them through their paces, trying them on, testing them. And what he's essentially doing is it's almost like running a computer program, you know. It's almost like he's running a program on them to assess the benefit, gain, and loss, the risk of losing you, potentially you losing you. He's balancing that out, whether or not there's something to be gained from moving on to her. Now, as we know, when we escape them or when we leave them and they don't see it coming, they will often just fall back on whoever is the most available or ready out of the narc harem. You know, he will have been grooming a few, but there'll be one, you know, who will be a girl who, you know, just, I don't know, doesn't mind that her boyfriend has literally just broken up with someone days or weeks prior, you know, that he's just come out of a marriage. You know, a woman that can look the other way when he's just come out of a marriage of, I don't know, say 13 years in my case. You know, that says something about that person. You know, normal healthy adults would know that if you're with a man who has just come out of a 13-year marriage, that there's going to be baggage, that he won't have actually gotten over it yet, that you are the rebound. You know, logic, you know, people are smart. Well, some people are smart, but not everyone is. And the narcissist is looking for the person who isn't that smart. And this is what happens. Like I said, when we leave them, they will literally just tumble back down to the narc harem, to whoever will take them. All right, so as I said, they're assessing the gain and benefit and loss. They're also looking at what has the person got. Is it, you know, what's there to be gained from this? How easy they are to manipulate. Do they have support? Do they have family and friends? Do they have support structures like jobs? You know, are they at uni or school or studying? You know, do they have something in life? Or are they vulnerable individuals, you know, who are more inclined to just kind of put the narcissist up on a pedestal, or just feel so grateful that they finally got a man? You know, because for a lot of these women who are really insecure, that's what happens. You know, they are just so relieved to have finally got a man that they'll turn a blind eye to all of the red flags. They'll put up with a lot of abuse, and these are the women that you'll find will be in the relationship with the narcissist, as I said, even though it's only been days or weeks after they've separated from their wives. So just remember that, darlings. The main key to remember is that with the new supply, the term is misleading. They're not so new. You know, they've probably been around in some shape or form, being put through their paces and being assessed as to whether or not they will be of benefit to the narcissist, whether or not they can be used by the narcissist. I'm going to link another video here for anyone who's interested in this kind of idea of old supply versus new supply, because I think it's important for us to realize that new supply is always going to trump old supply. But I'll put the link in here so you can check out the video. All right, darlings, get nut free and stay nut free. Bye.